So it's interesting that when I was doing that last video, I was actually feeling some anxiety. So it's a perfect introduction to what goes on in our bodies when we are experiencing anxiety. And essentially it's the fight, flight or freeze mode. So for me, it was that moment of going, my mind was thinking, am I saying the right things? Do I present well? Do I look okay? And I was feeling it in my body. So the mind is very much connected to our body, and our body tells us all this information, and often we just ignore it. So I speak quite openly about my first sign of anxiety when I was in my teens. I couldn't take a full breath, and it would stress me out. It would cause me some anxiety just from the fact that I felt like I couldn't take a full breath, and so I would then hyperventilate to get more oxygen in my body. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor just gave me an inhaler, thinking that even though she didn't diagnose asthma, she thought that maybe there was a physical issue with me, and if I got the inhaler, it would open up my lungs. Well, being a rebellious teenager, I just abused that inhaler. It gave me a bit of a mind spin, which is not the right thing to do, and certainly not what I would recommend anyone to do. What I didn't know at that time, and what the doctors didn't explore, is that the lack of deep breathing was actually tension in my body due to stress. So I had a whole range of stuff that happened during my childhood years and during my early teen years that caused me a range of inner tension, and I didn't have the skills to be able to release that. So the first symptom was shallow breathing. And that still stays with me, even though I've got all the tools. It's just, I need to be aware of it. So when I'm shallow breathing, like I was before in the first video, I notice it, I acknowledge it, and I take a breath. And I drop my shoulders, and I drop my jaw, because I hold a lot of tension in my jaw too. And I remind myself that I'm safe. And just doing that, you can actually feel the shift in your nervous system response. So instead of being tense and anxious, I'm relaxed and calm. And it might need a few reminders that you can breathe deeply and you can feel safe. And by doing that, it's not only really great for your physiology, this is a mindful moment. It's coming back and connecting with your body, getting out of your head, and just understanding that, as I said before, feelings, emotions can come and they can go, just like waves. So give that a go, and in the next video I'll talk a little bit more about what you can do to shift yourself out of an anxious state of mind.